Welcome to the making of a DM. I'm going to break down my notes from this weekend at the $120,000 per year mastermind that I belong to. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. I'm going to give you a bullet point of what I learned, and more importantly, how you can implement it in your life and in your business. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Welcome to another Making of the DM podcast show. That's right, you are the DM of your life, the deal maker and dream maker. Coming to you here from Parkland, Florida, up in the office looking at the chilly 68 cloudy day on the golf course. But I have some big insights I want to share with you here today. Before we get started, I want to say thank you so much. Last week's show has been a massive, massive hit. Tons of shares, tons of likes, tons of comments. Thank you so much. As you guys know, if you have not listened to the show last week, make sure to do so. $10 million in your bank account. Now what? That's the title. So check it out. I think it will give you a lot of insights as to where you're at and where you want to go. So many people are working way too hard for the wrong things. It's okay to work hard, but we got to work smart too and be present in the moment. This is way easier said than done, but I break it down on a 32-minute show for you last week for free over at the Making of the DM. If you're brand new to the show, welcome. You know, we got a lot of new people coming here because a lot of shares, like I said last week. So welcome. My name's Mark Evans, DM. I've been the DM since 1997-ish. I think that's when I kind of added the DM to the end of my name. But it means deal maker or dream maker if you're my mother. Please share the show. If you like this, share it with your buddies. Stop, pause. If something hits you, shoot them a message. Say, hey, check out the show. Minute 7 to minute 12, blah, 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 blah. And then it lets them know you're thinking about them. Lets people know that you're kind of conscious of what's going on. And hopefully you'll have a great day. So I invest a lot of money in myself. This is the ultimate hack. Investing in yourself. Truly, it is the best investment you'll ever make. I know I'm an investor in real estate, an investor in businesses. I invest in a lot of things, but I've never got a return like I have by investing in myself. Every year, every day, every month, every hour, I'm investing in myself, and I hope you are too. I'm amazed at people that don't invest to get in the right rooms. It's absolutely mind-boggling, to be honest, to me, that people don't do this. But I'm going to assume that you do or don't. I'm just going to talk openly and share what I've got going on. Since 1996, I invested $2,500 to go to a 3-day event to expedite my lessons inside of real estate investing. I was growing up, small town Ohio, hillbilly kid, bought a seamless gutter company for $1,000 down, had no clue what I was doing except water runs downhill, hang gutters, hire buddies, and tried to make $100,000 a year. That was my ultimate goal. And we've done that a couple times over since then. But I got in there. I was doing a lot of work for a guy. He was driving a Porsche, smoking cigars, and I was like, dude, what do you do? He's like, I'm a real estate investor. Ding, 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 ding. I want that. Now, I'm not going to talk to the guy has a van down by the river that says, dude, you got to work hard. This is how you make money, but he has no money. He lives in a van by the river, for God's sakes. Do not listen to people that don't have what you want. And I'm not saying if they have everything, I'm not saying be stupid about it either. But what I'm saying is you're not going to take advice on how to lose weight by a 400-pound individual. If they knew, they would do it. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone thinks they have a voice. Don't let them have a voice in your head if they ain't where you want to be. So I invest. I have a billionaire mentor. I invest $120,000 a year to talk to him once a month, as well as meet for 2 days once a year. And we sit in a room, which we just got done. I just got back yesterday. We sit in a room. We're at the Boca Resort. There's about 24 of us total in that room. And we're talking, we're strategizing, and they bring in other billionaires and other very high-level people that are doing things that we want to do, more time efficient, evolve companies and organizations. Actually, one guy came in, Mark Randolph. You may have heard of his name. He's one of the creators of Netflix. That was a very interesting stories. I'll share some insights on that. Brought in another guy named Jake, actually one of the Gmail creators and many other creators, Google Meet and all this. He's one of the inventors of these types of products and everything in between. We're talking about a lot of stuff. Where's our family values at? What's going on? What's working? What's not? Revenue. We'll obviously talk to financial guys talking about where the market's at, where it's going, their insights, etc. And more importantly, how to maximize all this money. If you make a lot of money, that's step one. The hard part is 10 times harder is keeping it, preserving it, and growing it. That's a whole nother topic that a lot of entrepreneurs absolutely miss. And I'm not here to share all that today because that's many, many shows, and it's a constant thing inside of your life as you're evolving. But I thought I would take my 42 pages of notes, literally, and condense them down in some micro bites for you guys to give you an insight. Again, I invest $120,000 a year with this individual. So there's probably some value here for you. And not only that, everyone in that room, what's cool is everyone's paying 10 grand a month, right, to be in that room. So you're sitting here thinking, you're like, holy hell, if I like 10 grand a month, that's a lot of money. Is it? Compared to what? One thing I can tell you is everyone in that room, $10,000 is not their problem. We're there because we have $1 million problems, tens of millions of dollars problems. There's guys in there that's exiting companies for $500 million. There's guys in there generating $20 million a month and everything in between. So there's a lot of different things happening in these kinds of rooms. And Jeff Bezos' personal trainer's in there talking about, how to get high-end clients. I mean, he's at the top tier of the clientele list with training people. So a lot of neat things going on. So I want to just share some insights with you. And I think you need to understand when you invest this kind of money in yourself, you show up because the more you pay attention. We all know that. Everyone tries to buck that trend, and I don't know why, but that's just what people do. When you start understanding that you are the best investment you'll ever make in yourself, you'll start leaning into this at a higher level. This is why the DM Alliance has 150 plus members at $1,000 a month. My DM family is $50,000 a year. We have 33 members in there. It's capped at 33 members. And people are investing in themselves. I love it. I can help them. I see them grow. And I'm not saying, oh my God, you'll never grow anything, but are you growing as efficient? Are you growing as effective? Are you growing as big as you can? Are you surrounded around positivity? Are you surrounded about, positive influence? Are you around positive peer pressure? Are you getting insights and understanding that there's different ways to play this game of life? See, the thing is you don't want to be the king of dipshits with millions in the bank. I'm by far one of the dumbest guys in that room, and I like it. And I acknowledge it, actually, openly. I'm cool to be the dumbest guy in the room. Everyone says that. Very few people really want to be the dumbest guy in the room. I want to learn from great individuals that's been there, done that. I want to learn from people that genuinely have no interest, like they want to help. They genuinely want to help. So when you invest in yourself, if you're in the right room with the right leader, their job is to design that room to drive opportunities and insights for everyone as a collective. You're not paying for who's in that room. You might be thinking, well, dude, I can pay for who's in the room. That's part of it. But the real truth is you're paying for who's not in the room. And who's not in a room paying $10,000 a month? Tire kickers, shit talkers, negative Nellies, non-doers, lack of action. There's not one person in that room has a lack of action problem. Even though we all feel like we're not doing anything, even though we all feel like we could do more, that's our personalities. But it gives you a great comparison when you're in a room. Here's what I mean by that. You go to the gym every day. Every day you go to the gym. You've been going to the gym for 17 years and you still kind of look the same. Then you bring on the personal trainer for Jeff Bezos. In the next 90 days, if this guy was working with you, I guarantee you would realize that you haven't done shit in the gym. You've realized that you've been slacking, mingling, hanging out, not doing exactly what is needed to get done to get the result you want to really get. Comparison. And I'm not saying compare for negative. I'm saying compare to push yourself harder, to let you know what you're capable of. One of the biggest things is everyone in that room, everyone, including me, Every day, my goal is to meet the best version of Mark that exists. That's my goal. I'll never be 100%. Every day, it's a new day. I don't care if you've made millions or not made millions, or you've done a great deal today or not done a great. Every single day is a new day. You must step it up and get 1% better to meet that better version of yourself. They talked about that. This was a theme there at the event. We have to get better. We have to be better. And I'm talking all around: healthy, family, financial, giving, etc. See, in life, when you get going, you have such a better life by executing. Don't you love executing about life? I know days get hard. Things happen. Actually, the first day I went up to the room, I was talking with my wife, Dina, and I was like, we're sitting in there. Everyone's like, it's hard and it's this and it's that. And, Mark Randolph, he's like talking about how they were $50 million in debt on Netflix, about to lose everything. And he's like, it was hard, but it was like, it's not hard because I'm chasing the dream. I'm becoming better. I'm learning. I'm driving. I'm pushing. And now we know it. They got 14,000 employees and they're ginormous. Think about this. What does hard even mean? Hard. Have you ever thought about maybe there's a reason it's happening to you, and to be thankful and to learn from it and to gain insights and grow and push yourself and get excited? There's someone wishes they had your hard. There's someone out there, many people that wish they had your life. See, it's all perspective. It's all perspective. So we talked a lot about that. We talked about, I got my notes here. That's what you hear in the background flipping. This is great if you have teams, or you're building teams, or you're trying to build teams. Stephen Covey said, you can buy the backs and time of people, but humans only volunteer their hearts and mind. How big is your vision? How big is your mission? Are you sharing it with your individual team members? I can pay for anybody, but that doesn't mean they're bought in. I don't want people that want a job. I want people that want a career. How big is your vision? What are you accomplishing? What's your goals? What's your mission look like? Hey guys, I'm going to work today. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. Have a great day. Or is it, guys, we're changing people's lives? Some days we'll get done at 5. Most days we'll never get done because there's so much work to do. All I ask is that you give it your all. You step up and you work towards a common goal. I'm here, they're here, we lock arms, we push hard together, we drive, we change lives. We make people's lives better physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. We have fun doing this. There will be hard days, but hard days are meant to make us better. Are you talking to your team like that? Do they know what you stand for? Have you even thought about it? These are things that matter, folks. These are things that matter. Let me say this again because it's a very important thing, because you guys are wondering why you can't hire the right people. You can buy the backs and times of individuals, but humans only volunteer their hearts and mind. Don't you want these individuals that work with you to be talking to their friends and telling them how amazing the company is they work for, how they're changing people's lives? And by the way, I don't care if this is the janitor to the CEO and everything in between. We all need to have a vision and mission inside of the company to understand what I'm talking about. You got to drive this conversation daily. Every day. This is pretty good. This guy named Chris McChesney was sharing this. He mentioned 3 common focus traps. Let's be honest. All of us have focus issues. All of us, me included. Everybody has focus issues. Some more than others, right? You guys talk about shiny object syndrome. You talk about getting overwhelmed. You probably have 73 things you're focusing on and wondering why nothing gets done. Let's be honest. You can't accomplish anything if you have that many open loops. It's impossible. I always picture, you standing in the middle of a circular room with a bunch of doors everywhere. It's really easy if it says enter and there's one door open. That's easy. But if there's 72 doors opened up and they all say enter, where do you go? Where do you start? Which one's the best one? Which one should I shut first? Go in first, shut, boom. Too many doors are open, too many opportunities. The reason most people are failing in these common focus traps, you ready? Number one, you're saying yes to all the good ideas. Let me say it again, because this might not, you might not understand what this means. You say yes to all the good ideas, but Mark, they're good. I get it. But we only need one great one. One great one a year. Stop saying yes to all the good ideas. Stay focused. Here's another one I see a lot of people do that are very analytical in business. Oh, this is going to hurt you. They're trying to optimize everything in the whirlwind. Everything. You try to optimize everything. But, I'm down to the penny on my accounting, and I'm exactly on my KPIs with exactly 122 seconds and 33 nanoseconds on the calls. And it takes 2.86655433221 per call to get a closed deal. You're over-analyzing, and all that energy could be exhausted on actually serving the clients, actually getting more clients. And I'm not saying not to have KPIs and numbers, but you got to stop overdoing that. It's killing your momentum. It's killing your results. And this is what people do to make them feel like they're actually working. But again, you're working in the business so deep. Maybe it's, I do that for fun. Okay, cool. Well, go make some more money and let's get back to fun in business. Let's go hire more people. Let's get down to business. Another common focus trap is you have not defined your wildly important goal, your WIG goal, he says, W-I-G, wildly important goal. What is your wildly important goal this week? What is your wildly important goal this month, this year, this quarter? In the book Traction, they call them rocks. What is your rock? What is your wildly important goal, your WIG goal? Do you even have one? I was on a walk with my son today. He's starting to wake up every morning and wants to go running and walking with me. And when we're walking, we're talking. And I said, Mark, if you accomplished nothing but one thing today that would make you super excited, what would that one thing be? One. Not two. Not 200. One thing. What would it be? Have you done that to yourself? Have you done that to yourself? Like you wake up before you go to bed, like literally you wake up today at 4:30 in the morning. That's when I was up this morning. And we're like busy day. Boom. 9 o'clock, I'm going to bed. When I lay my head down on that pillow, what's the one thing? If it's the only thing I got done, what's that one thing? You need to have that. Another thing a lot of common folks were talking about. Stop trying to be someone else. You've heard this before. Authenticity. There's guys in there in that room that are worth tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, that have tats all the way up past their ears, hands, everywhere. I'm not joking. Everywhere and in between. And then you got guys buttoned up in suits. You got guys in there that cuss up a storm, and you got guys that don't say one cuss word. You got guys that are there trying to get better. Like, listen, I want to get better. I want to be a better family guy. I want to be a better boss, leader. But everyone in there is working on becoming a better version of themselves, not someone else. We can learn from other people. I'm not trying to be them, but I can learn from them. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Only you can make those changes. I like nice watches, nice houses, and nice cars. That doesn't mean you have to. Nor does that mean you're like, well, you're flashy, you're materialistic. Whatever it is, that's what I like. You might like a cool computer. You might like a cool whatever. We all have our things. Some of you are so worried about what other people think. You're trying to be them. And what's funny is they're miserable because they're confused. They don't even know what they want. They're just regurgitating stuff. They're not doing what you're doing right now. Learning, knowledging up, understanding what this game is about of life. It's life. Stop trying to be someone else. Be you. Be you. I know someone doing something with Trump right now. Literally, the guy's tatted up out of his mind. He's like hanging out, taking pictures with Trump and their team, and he's standing in there in shorts, t-shirt, while they're all suited up. He's genuinely being him. He's not trying to be someone else. How you post, what you think about, what you talk about. Share who you are. It's okay. Be you. We need more uniqueness. We need more realness. Every day we're not winning. Every day things happen. We all have things going on. I'm amazed that people worry about what others think. Share your wins. Share your gives. Share your frustrations. Be positive about it. Another one, we've talked about this here on the podcast show before, but it's always worth revisiting. All revenue is not created equal. Pretty cool story with Mark in regards to Netflix. They actually had a way different business model when they first started. Multiple business models, by the way. And they literally shut down 90% of their revenue because they saw where the market was going. And they said, if we stay holding on to this 90% of our revenue, we're never going to take it big and get to where we need to go. This is way easier said than done, and it makes a lot of sense when you look backwards. But when they were in it, they were scared. They were frustrated. They were overwhelmed, but they looked at the data and didn't focus on the drama. Yes, it was hard. They nearly went bankrupt. They were $50 million in debt. They were negotiating with, you guys all know the famous story about them negotiating with Blockbuster. Everyone's like, Blockbuster went out of business. They could have easily bought Netflix. You're right. They could have for $50 million. They literally, the Netflix founders were willing to walk away for zero. They just wanted to pay off the partners and the debts. But they didn't buy it. Why? Well, you got to put yourself in their shoes. Blockbuster at that moment was doing $6 billion in revenue with thousands of locations, tens of thousands of employees. They saw it as a distraction, a small opportunity in that moment. This is 20-something years ago, by the way. Times were different. Streaming didn't look like this. So it's easy to armchair say, dude, don't be Blockbuster. I promise you, there's people listening to my voice that's making the same types of decisions. If you're generating $6 billion, a $50 million acquisition is a distraction to 99% of the people. And especially if you don't understand what they're talking about. Maybe they didn't have conviction that the internet was going to be what it is. There's a lot of variables to this game. But that was a cool story just to see Mark talk about that, how excited he was. He's very, very exciting guy to talk, like watch and talk. It was really cool to see. So I'll move on to another guy, Jake, one of the creators of Gmail, Google Meet, and all that stuff. He does a lot of neat things. It's neat to meet these Silicon Valley type of guys because my mind doesn't think like theirs at all. Truthfully, I really don't think like them. I don't understand how a business is worth $1 billion that loses $50 million a year. I don't understand it. I'm not saying that to be silly. I genuinely, my brain breaks. I'm old school, dollar in, 58 cents out plus profit 42. I understand that. But when you're looking at burn rates for 10 years of never making a dime, this happening, that, I don't know how it works. And they keep raising more money. It's wild to me. So this is very important to understand. One of the creators of Gmail said this to us in a private room. I think I can share this. He's like, guys, look at my phone. As a Gmail creator, I don't have Gmail on my phone. And he's like, you might be wondering why. The reason is time, focus. If I'm always on email, getting consumed with it, refreshing, replying, replying, I never have time to focus. And the way he's built all these products at such rapid paces, it's actually deployed inside of Google Ventures, his framework for this. His framework is about sprinting. So he typically likes to go into a company, into an idea or a company that they're investing. Google Ventures invests in a lot of companies. And for 5 to 10 days, they'll sit in a room for 6 hours a day and work on the one idea, the one thing, the whole team. They still got to do their work. They still got to do everything else. But for 6 hours, no phones, focus. Idea, put it into a strategy and framework, and focus on the execution. And we're going to walk out of this room with something or nothing. It's very powerful. A lot of you guys could learn from this and stop messing around, stop dicking around, like sending stupid memes to each other, posting dumbass stuff on Facebook or Instagram to just try to get likes and, shit, stuff like that. Stay focused. Time. This is only once. This moment is now. Stay focused. But the Gmail creator deletes Gmail. Pay attention to what people do. Not what they say, but what they do. Now, he did say, listen, if I'm traveling and I don't mind putting Gmail on my phone for that day or two, but as soon as I get back, I take it off immediately. Minimize your apps on your phone. Take off the distractions. But, listen, I promise you, no one, zero people are stressed out if you don't reply to them in 12 seconds. If they don't heart it up on social media because they did a stupid post and you're like, yo, bro, that's amazing, or you shared it or whatever you do. By the way, he said this is what makes it hard to put on your calendar for what matters. It's hard to make time for what matters if you're totally distracted. Your email, your social, your business meetings, reduce business meetings. Focus. Focus on results. Data, not drama. Common themes here, folks. It's so powerful. Again, what do I want my highlight of my day to be like? What's my highlight of my day? What is it? You're working on a project. What is that one thing? Talked about this last week. You just got to win the day. If you win days, they keep stacking. And before you know it, whatever your main focus is will come to fruition. Period. Not every day you'll win. Some days you'll win in categories. Some days you won't win in categories. Life happens sometimes. But unfortunately, a lot of people have life happen to them all the time. They never have time for themselves. Are you building the business you want? Are you building the financial means you want? Are you communicating with the people that can push you and drive you further? Are you investing in yourselves? You have to be investing in yourselves if you want massive results. One thing that was interesting, a guy I mentioned too, he said, most people have invested in knowledge. But I would ask a different question. How many of you have invested in learning how to execute? Most of you don't execute consistently. The best thing you do consistently is you're inconsistent. We must make a plan and execute the plan. Stay focused. Too many of you are bouncing around this and that, and this is going to be bigger. The good ideas, remember what I said earlier. You're saying yes to too many good ideas. You're better than that. It's the universe trying to steal your time, and you're allowing it. You're better than that. We have to learn to say no more to the things that are not aligned with our focus. Protect your time. I'd rather sit at home and read a book than to screw around with something that's not going to get me closer to my goals. Be mindful of your energy. When you communicate with certain people, how are they with you? Are they sucking your energy? Are they giving you energy? That's a good measure. When you hang out with individuals, are they taking your energy? Like when literally you feel like you leave and you're like, or get off the phone, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to take a shower. Or are you energized, ready to take on the world? I hope this show does that for you. I hope you feel energized. I hope you feel focused. I hope you share stuff. I hope you impact and inspire others to execute and implement, not just by your words, but by your results. They're watching. You know that weird feeling you feel when you know you could do better? Deep down inside, you know you can do better. That's focus. That's the other side of focus. We got to get focused. What do you want? What do you want? Get focused. You might not even have enough time to focus on what you want. Reed was one of the founders of Netflix. And his metric, his only metric in his company, and this guy's worth many billions now. His one metric is how long can I go without making a business decision for the company? That means you hired right. That means they understand the vision. That means they have the culture intact. That means the team's driving the vision forward. That's his metric. How long can I go without making a business decision? If everything has to run through you, you don't have a business, you have a job. Yeah, but man, if I don't answer the question, no one's going to know. Whatever job you're doing, and I don't care if it's acquiring real estate, getting loans, running manufacturing, it doesn't matter. Someone's automated it. Someone's systematized it. Someone has other people executing accordingly with a framework that you've created. If you've done it enough times, you could look at how you look at deals, analyze deals, make decisions, yes, no, execute. But you have to slow down. You have to get focused. You have to get serious on what you really want to make that a reality. I've done this in the real estate space. I know it's true. We buy in this box. It's called the buy box. Anything that fits in there, buy it. Yeah, but Mark, I don't have that much money. Cool. Here's another box. We raise money in this model. Here's what our LTVs are. Here's how we raise. Here's what we pay. Here's where we go. Execute. Then the sell box. Here's how we sell them. Here's the formula for selling. Here's the formula for hiring. Here's the formula for managing. Here's the formula for executing. All this stuff can be growing by you if you focus. Focus. Next time we meet, if we ever do meet, today, make it a focused action set to take off some applications off your phone. The distractions. Take it off your phone. Make it a point to take off at least 2, if not way more. Anything that's on your phone, take it off that's distracting you. Your banking things, your banking accounts, all this shit. Some of you guys are refreshing your bank account like it's going to grow without you doing anything. Have a formula of how you manage that. I check every morning, I check at 2 p.m., and I check at the end of day. And then the goal is, how do you not check it at all? Look at your reports coming in daily, once a day. This isn't something that happens overnight. Let me just be clear. I'm not saying do this all overnight, but we got to start today. The idea, the plan of action, and the execution starts today. I'd hate for you to go throughout this life and just keep doing the same things every single day, expecting different results. I'm no smarter than anybody listening to my voice, that's for sure. But I invest a lot of money. I invest a lot of time. I focus. I execute. I get punched in the face. I stay focused. I pivot. I execute. Time. I have time. I have a plan. I have people. I've invested a lot of money in people. That's editing all the time as well. Learning how to be a better leader. Invest in yourself. Be a part of groups like the DM family, the DM Alliance. If you're not familiar with what that is, get over to the dealmakeralliance.com, dealmakeralliance.com. See what's going on over there. It's amazing. We meet every week. We talk. We connect. Relationships are happening. It's a beautiful place to be if you want results. But yet, so many people will ask their buddies that's never invested in themselves other than college, because obviously that's the best investment. Joking. For most, it's definitely not. But they've been trained to think that school is the only way. And then they might say something stupid. Oh, that's a scam. What's a scam? They're investing their time and energy and connections to give me an insight and knowledge. How's that a scam? It might be a scam to them because they don't believe in themselves like you do. They don't know what you know. They don't want to go where you want to go. They are right. It's a scam to them. Or the favorite one is like, if they have so much money, why are they charging you? Huh? That cell phone, those guys have trillions of dollars in the bank account. And they still charge you for a phone and you still gladly pay it. Your car. They have money. Why don't they give you free cars? Shit, your house. Why don't they give you a free house? Why don't they give you free taxes on your house? Free gas for everybody. It's the dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life. Makes zero sense, but it makes a lot of sense to them. But if you listen to them, their idiotic statements, and you take it for what it's like, and you believe it, shame on you. I don't even know why you're still listening to the show, actually. I can't help you. If I looked at your balance sheet and I saw like, what are you investing in yourself? I invest $400,000 or $500,000 collectively per year at this point. That's not where you start at, by the way, but that's where I'm at now. I have a lot of layers of people that I'm learning from. Invest in yourself. The ROI is unimaginable. You don't have to do this all on your own. Get in the right group. Learn about it at the dealmakeralliance.com. Dealmakeralliance.com. It's real. We're going on to 3 years now in that group, and it's absolutely life-changing. You don't have to believe me. Go to the site, see what people are saying. They're just like you and I. We want more out of life. We want to do it with good people, and we want to go faster. That's where you'd hang out. I hope these notes were a good insight on what cost me $120,000 for. Obviously, I gave you a quick cliff note. I have 42 pages of this stuff. It was absolutely amazing, and I hope to see you in that room one day. I hope you believe you're worth $1,000 a month. I hope you're worth $5,000 a month. I hope you're worth $10,000 a month. I hope you're worth way more than that. Well, I am. Cool. Show me your receipts. Are you investing in yourself? I hope the answer is yes. Get the results and stay focused. More importantly, execute relentlessly. You got this. So with that said, make the day count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hold my principles. principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss, I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all, and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm deal maker. Deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.